Hey, you. Welcome back to the channel. And today we want to talk about Andrew Yang has set a new precedence in politics in the United States. And this is a good thing. As I sit back and reflect on this is a very, very good thing for American citizens going forward. So if we go back to 2016, we look at the Bernie Sanders campaign, right? Bernie Sanders had all of these policies that at the time people were so far removed from, right? As we fast forward into the present election, a majority of candidates have some version of Bernie Sanders policies. And it is quite common to have them and very widely accepted, right? And we know Bernie Sanders was he was the candidate who was the most distant from everybody else policy wise. That was starting to shake the American people and help them understand that we can have this new way of going forward where equality across the board can work for American people, where that be through Medicare and the economics of the country. Bernie Sanders' policies all carved out this more idea of what is fair and equality. And so now his ideas are coming. And I contrast him to Andrew Yang with the freedom dividend, right? Whereas we're actually starting to see candidates really not only just consider Andrew Yang's approach, but start to kind of move in a common like way where they want to start giving more away, right? They're starting to see this as something that works. They're going to get to see, as they're already seeing, how far along Andrew Yang is advancing throughout the campaign, right? Um, and the ideas like the freedom dividend are going to be normal parts of elections, right? And that's great because what that means is we have a time here on the horizon where candidates are going to run campaigns like Andrew Yang's. They're going to be commonplace, and American people are going to be in a better situation if they're implemented similar to how Andrew Yang's strategy is. Americans are going to be in a much better situation than they have been throughout the course of history in America. And that's going to be a good thing because it's also going to meet with the changes in technology that are coming our way. And so the point I'm making is we're moving in this direction. Either way, it doesn't matter what candidates up there, they're going to move towards Andrew Yang like policies. And that's a very good thing. We're going to have a similar situation to what happened with Bernie Sanders. Now, the thing about politicians is they quickly change up when they see something working. you know, uh, they're not, a lot of them aren't genuine people, right? And one thing I will say about Donald Trump, we can say what we want about Donald Trump, hate him or love him, but he did remain quite genuine to his campaign. He didn't flip flop or change up. But many of these candidates will. And because they will figure that's what they have to do to win. And they will change their policies in a heartbeat if they think that can get them winning that presidency. And so uh, even looking back at Trump's campaign, now we have people who are using Trump-like tactics to battle Trump, right? Because this is the face of how politics have changed. Now people expect this circus of you throwing insults back and forth. So uh, now we got people who want to do that with Trump, you know, and want to make their whole campaigns about doing that with Trump because they think that'll win because that's how Trump won. But that's not really how Trump won. Trump won on the automation of jobs away, right? And it only seemed like he won based on the ridiculous answers he would give during, during his campaign. But the reality is, when people are hurting and struggling, nothing you get up there and say is going to resonate with them because their realities are far removed from the realities that you have are trying to put out there that they should see. They're not seeing that. They're seeing reality as it is. And Andrew Yang has put us on a course where politics are going to change now forever. And I'm so very glad of that. I am probably more optimistic than I've ever been in the history of American politics. More optimistic than ever about how we're going to end up in the future, because how Andrew Yang's campaign has advanced, how well it has advanced, will continue to be used in the future. This is not going away. This is something we're going to see more of. We're going to see more people running on this type of thing. We're going to see more parties pressing these ideas, and that's all a great thing. Because when Andrew Yang wins in 2020, he does 2 terms, and he takes us on out to 2028, there are going to be more people like Andrew Yang with his policies lined up on the horizon that are going to follow through and keep us in a better situation, in a more prosperous situation, with a better economy and a better way forward of doing things and giving everybody in the country value. Because remember, it's not just based about monetary value. It's also about psychological, mental value, right? And money affects all those things, right? In American culture, if you don't have money in your pocket, people are still under the psychological block that they don't have value in themselves. And so there are going to be many direct and indirect changes, I believe, that are going to happen going forward in the future. But with Andrew Yang coming on the horizon, I'm proud to say, guys, that I believe our futures here in America look a great deal more bright than they've ever looked. Real quick, guys, want to tell you about our project, BitcoinMYK.com, Universal Basic Income, using blockchain technology over computer servers. It's global, uses social media-like profiles. You get value free just for participating. And our goal is to have it to where we have enough cryptocurrency going out to every participant that equals at least 1,000 free US dollars per month through this cryptocurrency. And so, as I was saying, many systems are starting to change, many ideas are changing, and people are starting to evolve with the times. And because of that, I think we're going to have a better America and a better world going forward in the future. But that's all I want to say. If you all like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, take care.